Welcome back. This go round, we're going to take a look at the King of Fighters 1996 in celebration of the King of Fighters 20th anniversary. This game continues with the Orochi series. The end boss is Gainitz. I'm not going to get too much into the storyline because it's very involving and we ain't got all damn day. Alright, the game came out in 1996. Weighing in at about, I think, 362 megs. And it is a huge upgrade from the previous installments in terms of graphics, sound, gameplay. And a lot of people feel that this is where the series really began, as far as, you know, like techniques, gameplay, etc. So, I don't know, I kind of beg to differ on that, but a lot of people consider this like the beginning of the series. And the basic style gameplay graphics would continue until 2003, where they basically just recycle the damn sprites and just change up the gameplay or maybe their costumes a bit. So you see right there, that's the boss's stage, which is really cool, and they're included in here. So is Vice and Mature, Joruga's secretaries. And you also have Leona, who is Hydern's adoptive daughter. She's taking up the Makari Warrior team. Okay, basically the control setup is pretty much the same as the previous. The only difference is instead of sidestepping attacks, you're rolling either forward or rolling backward to avoid attacks. So, and then you can still power your character up, do kind of like cancels, guard crashes, shit like that. Alright, so we're going to go into using the bosses. Alright, let's go with Uncle Geese first. Alright, as you can see, the graphics are pretty much redone. They're at least about 50% larger than the previous installments, you know, featuring more detail in the character, you know, newer costumes, etc. They look very nice. You can see their facial expressions and things of that nature. Their hands moving a bit better, which is really cool. Adding a lot to them, giving them a bit more personality and charm. Alright. Now, as far as backgrounds, well, a lot of them are reused. And I don't like that recycle, reuse bullshit. I think it's lazy. And it really doesn't show off what the developers and programmers really could do. Now, possibly it was done due to time constraints. Because you gotta remember, if you're producing these damn things every single year, you have, you're budgeted and you have, you know, crunch time. As you gotta come closer towards the deadline, you gotta get the product out. So that's a problem with having a quota and, you know, having to push product fast is something gets lost in the translation. So they do reuse or recycle backgrounds. They take little things here and there, try to change them up, but for the most part, it's the same damn background. But you can kind of, sort of overlook that. As you can see there, Robert's in his, like, Art of Fighting 3 costume, which is really cool. That's part of, like, the graphical overall. Taken away from the old school Art of Fighting series. Okay, let's talk about sound. The music is pretty decent. It's not hurtful to the ears. There's some memorable tunes in here. I still like King of Fighters 94 music the best, to be honest with you. But it's still really well produced. The voice samples are excellent. They're pretty clear. The annoying thing is the announcer kind of gets a little annoying. Like, she can get, like, just kind of like, I don't know, she's kind of like, ugh, too much at one point. But other than that, it's not really that much of a problem. Here's another thing, too. I like that the fact that they bring the character in the foreground to show him, but they could have ditched, like, they could have put, like, the background, having it rather than just the blue screen. Maybe a bar across with the other guys just in the background. I don't know, I think that's just lazy in my opinion. They could have changed it up a bit. Gameplay-wise. Alright. Now you can be able to do You can do combinations and things like that, but it's still not as refined as Street Fighter at this stage. And the reason why is that the characters at some points feel stiff. Like, while all the moves and everything do come out really well, the game just has, like, it feels stiff. Like, it feels like the characters need a bit more animation added to them, because it just feels that something's, like, missing. While you can still do a lot of different moves and things of that nature, it just doesn't feel as refined as it could be. I personally feel that King of Fighters 97 rectified a lot of that. Being able to put the special moves and the super special moves together and creating devastating combos. Let's see what else. Like I said, there's guard crashes, there's cancels, all sorts of stuff in here. Like I said, they took away the dodging, the sidestepping technique, but I know Goro over here, and I think Clark still have it. If you push 3 buttons, the last 3 buttons, I think they can sidestep. So what else is there really to say? Really not much else. I mean, the thing is that it's a good game, and it's basically out for every platform imaginable. It's King of Fighters collection for the PS2. Shit, it's for the Wii. Hell, even for the PSP. What else? Virtual consoles. Now, for you AES, MVS heads out there, for the AES, wow, it's gotten expensive. I remember picking this game up, I think, for a couple of years ago, maybe about $50, maybe. Now it's going closer towards like about 80, 90. And that's probably minus shipping. The MVS copy usually goes for about 30, 40. So it's still pretty reasonable. So if you can, try to go for the MVS copy. I think you'll be in good shape there. So the thing is that, is it worth checking out? Absolutely. It's an excellent game. It's fun to play. It features a lot of interesting characters. And unfortunately, it's a shame that as the series continued, some of the characters are present, some of the characters aren't. Like the bosses here, like I'm using, they wouldn't really come back until, like, was it King of Fighters 98 Ultimate Match? Which, to me, was just stupid. Especially characters like Eiji Kisaragi, whatever the hell his name is. You know, it's a shame that a lot of these characters wouldn't come back until they were made for a special game, you know what I mean? So, yeah, like I said, definitely check this game out. You'll have a blast with it. And once again, it's celebrating 20 years of the King of Fighters. And rightfully so, because the King of Fighters changed up a lot of the landscape of how you play fighting games. You know, it gave an alternative to Street Fighter, and it gave a more hardcore approach to Street Fighter. Well, I love Street Fighter to death. I think King of Fighters is just the personality of the characters, the affinity amongst the characters, added really a lot of touches, and every time it changed every year as far as gameplay, well, not graphics as far as characters, but either adding new characters and changing up backgrounds. Now, some King of Fighters, of course, are better than others, just like in any game. But I suggest you definitely check them all out. You'll find some enjoyment in them. Alright, I'm going to leave you with a bit more gameplay, and I'm out. Alright then, thank you for watching, take care, have a good one.